Welcome to Marvel Rewind, a Marvel Champions retrospective series. In this series, I will be tasked with defeating every villain in order, progressing from the core set to the latest release. The catch? I'm only allowed to use cards released up until that point. After defeating the villain, they each will be ranked in terms of their difficulty, determined by the cards available at the time. Thematic matchups, crazy boost effects, and sinister encounter cards await. Tune in every Tuesday for new episodes of Marvel Rewind. What's going on, guys? It's Char here, back with another episode of Marvel Rewind, a Marvel Champions retrospective series. Now, in this episode today, we're doing another really classic matchup from the Rise of the Red Skull box. We're about halfway through, and that means we are taking on Taskmaster with none other than Black Widow. Let's get down to the table, see how it goes. Okay, so here we are down at the table now. Again, like I said in the intro, we're doing this classic Taskmaster versus Black Widow matchup. I think it's going to be really thematic and a ton of fun. But let's get down to the setup. Apologies for no webcam today, feeling a bit under the weather. So we're just going to, you don't have to look at my sickly face in the top right. We'll just play it as olden times we would. So we're looking here at the contents of his encounter deck. It's Taskmaster 2 and 3 because we're on expert. So we have his own encounter set, which is these cards here. He also has to come with the Hydra Patrol modular set. So that's part of his basic, every time you fight Taskmaster, this has to be in it. It's not like a modular one. It's like part of the setup. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. And the standard and expert sets along with my obligation. So that's the expert standard sets. And then he has one modular encounter set, which is Weapon Master. So it's this one. It gives him like 2 weapons, and then he has like 2 extra activations here that surge if he has a weapon on him, which is kind of nasty. We're just going to go ahead and shuffle this whole thing up. Now, I didn't put the Hydra Patrol side scheme in the encounter deck, and you will see why very shortly, because he pulls it out anyways for a spoiler on his setup. So we're just going to shuffle up this encounter deck a good number of times here. We just want a good shuffle, even though we cut anyways to the successful victory we have. So we are looking here at his setup. So it says set each captive ally aside. So the cool thing about this scenario is that there's these 4 allies here: Shang-Chi, Elektra, Moon Knight, and White Tiger. They're 0 cost, and they have an ability to spend a resource when they come into play to do some beneficial effect for us. He has a couple of side schemes in his deck that come into play that we can basically thwart off and get one of these pretty strong allies into our hands so that we can play them to kind of swing the tempo in our favor. So these get set aside, so we'll just put them off in this corner where my webcam would usually be, and we'll just leave them there for now. They don't do anything unless a card calls onto them. And then we have another line that says search the encounter deck for Hydra Patrol and put it into play. Then shuffle the encounter deck. Again, I just went ahead and took it out to the side anyways because I knew it was coming out. So no point in making the encounter deck, shuffling it up, pulling it out, and then shuffling it again. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But we do know it comes in with 2 per player. It has a when defeated. Each player searches the encounter deck into his card pile for a Hydra minion and puts them into play engaged with them. We're going to go ahead and set our HP dial. So we have 16 health here on Taskmaster Stage 2 because we're on Expert. And then Black Widow has 9 printed hit points. Let me see if that looks good there. Yep. We can go ahead and leave that there. Okay, and then now we're going to do his one revealed ability. Oh, we'll flip this over. This comes in with 1 threat per player. He only has 1 main scheme and essentially has a forced response. If we are in hero mode, we have to choose to either take 1 damage or place 1 threat on here after he resolves step 1. So basically it can go up 2 every turn, or we can choose to take the damage, but Black Widow's hit point is kind of low, so I'm not too sure on that one. We have his one revealed here, which says deal each player an encounter card, so we are dealt this. He also has a forced response. It says after a player changes to hero form, they discard the top card of the encounter deck, and we have to take that number of boost icons as damage. So we can do a lot of damage pretty early. We'll see if we can stay flipped down and whatever our winning attempt is turn 1. I'm thinking we can, but we'll see how that works out. Okay, that is basically his setup. I mean, I'll go ahead and put this encounter card back just because we're going to cut to the winning game here as we usually do. So we'll go ahead and get there. Okay, so here we are in this game here. So we're gonna go ahead and do is one reveal to deal each player an encounter card, and now we're gonna draw up here. So we have a printed hand size of 6 on this side. Let's talk about Black Widow a little bit. So sort of like with a couple other heroes in this series, I could probably count the number of times on my hand that I've been able to actually, successfully play Black Widow. Successfully, I mean, not really successfully, but in general, I probably played her 3, 4, maybe 5 times. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Basically, her whole gimmick is that she wants to put these preparation cards down. Gimmick sounds like has a negative connotation. Her whole thing, like the whole thing that makes her unique, are these prep cards. On her alter ego side, when she plays a prep card, she gets to draw cards. It's kind of like a little refund. And then on her hero side, whenever she resolves a preparation card or triggers the ability, we can deal 1 damage to any enemy. So she really wants to like flip down, take advantage of the draws from the preps, flip up, take advantage from the damage, and it's like a short little mini value engine. The one thing that kind of took me off from playing Black Widow more than I have is that there really hasn't been almost any prep cards since she released. I mean, that's a common criticism with a lot of people who've been around the game much longer than I have, that it's just like hard to make new builds work because her whole thing revolves around the prep cards, and there just isn't any. That's why I'm really thankful about the upcoming expansion, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's really going to boost her little prep card library and make her kind of breathe some new life into this older hero. But all that out of the way, let's look at our hand and see what we want to keep here. So we have a Nick Fury. I mean, that's almost always a keep, right? I mean, I think we just spend that. I mean, I think we just spend all these allies and then try and do a Coulson type play. That looks good to me. I think we'll just keep this hand. I don't want to risk getting even better cards, basically, that I don't want to spend. So we'll just keep it here, and we'll go ahead and start this game. So we're going to go ahead and start this off. We're going to spend 4 resources here. That's a 1, 2, and then a double to go ahead and play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury comes in, basically, as you all know, we can choose to remove 2 threat from his team, draw 3 cards to deal 4 damage. We're going to choose to draw 3 cards here. Avengers Mansion. Ooh, this is okay. This is interesting here. We might just have to keep the Avengers and Helicarrier in hand this turn. That's interesting. Okay. What do we want to do? We definitely want to get Coulson into play here, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and spend these 3 resources here. Right? Yes. We're going to go ahead and play Agent Coulson. He has a response. After he enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a preparation card and add it to your hand. So we're going to do that. Which one do we want? I think maybe we want Widow's Bite. Isn't it a 1 cost? After a minion enters play, discard Widow Bite, deal 2 damage and stun it. Yeah, because we're about to thwart off Hydra Patrol, so we can kind of take care of the little minion that's coming in as well. That sounds good to me. So yeah, we'll go ahead and add that prep card to our hand. Man, do I spend the Avengers Mansion or the Helicarrier here? It really does depend on what we draw into, but I think the Avengers Mansion is going to end up being better. So we're going to go ahead and spend 1, the Helicarrier, for Widow's Bite. We have a response here. After you play a preparation card, we can draw a card. We got Acrobatics. Okay, we're not playing that right now. I just don't know if we should keep it. I think we probably will. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do some stuff with some of our allies. Oh no, we want to flip up anyways, though, because we want to take advantage of the Nick Fury block. It's just a lot of value. Yeah, we'll flip up anyways. So we're going to flip up here. And then we're going to have to trigger his force response. After you change form, deal the top card as damage. So that's not too bad. We're just taking 1 here down to 8. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're going to have Agent Coulson go ahead and thwart 2 off of Hydra Patrol here. Each player is going to search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and put it into play. So there's a ruling that I learned here that I guess I just didn't remember how it worked. When this minion is put into play, the insight doesn't actually trigger here because it's not getting revealed. So all we do is get this little 2 health minion here. And then do I want to trigger the Widow's Bite here, or would I rather just swing on it? I think I'd probably just trigger the Widow's Bite. There's no reason to deal with the 2 attack or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and trigger the Widow's Bite here. Hero response attack. After a minion enters play, we can discard it. We're going to deal 2 damage and stun. So he's going to go ahead and get defeated as soon as he comes in. And what can we do now? Agent Coulson is going to take a consequential, so let me go ahead and do that before I forget. And then We have these two cards. Oh, we also have a response FT trigger the ability of a preparation card. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. We'll just go ahead and deal it to Taskmaster here, bringing him down to 15. And I think we'll just swing on Taskmaster. So we'll swing for 4 here, bring him down to 11. I think that was a pretty good turn. And Nick Fury's going to take a consequential, and we're just going to ready up. Okay, so this is we're gonna draw up. Do I keep attack acrobatics? I think no. Yeah, let's keep it. 1, 2, and 3. Grappling hook. Interesting. Kind of interesting hand here. I think it's gonna be Avengers Mansion unless he puts a lot of tempo on the board. So let's see. So it's gonna go up to 2 threat on it. Then what's going to happen is after step 1 of the villain phase, each player in hero form must choose to either place 1 threat here or take a damage. Let's go ahead and place another threat on it. Let's put it up to 3. And he's going to go ahead and attack us for a base of 2. We're going to block with Nick Fury, 3 damage. Nick Fury is defeated. And now we have 2 encounter cards to deal with. First one, under fire, surge and reveal the top card of the encounter deck. So, Weapons Master. The villain attacks you if they have a weapon attachment. It gains surge. Do we have Agent Coulson block this for us? I think the answer is probably no. So we'll just take this attack 2, 3 damage. So we're gonna go down to 5 here. All right, another encounter card. Oh, this one's first. Shadow of the Past. Okay, so the ruling on this is because we're fighting Taskmaster, all that comes in is his side scheme, and then it's gonna surge. So this is a really rough turn 1. So we have Killers for Hire in, place 1 additional threat here. So it's going to go up to 4. Taskmaster cannot come in because of the unique rule, and then we shuffle these guys into the encounter deck, and it's going to surge. So, man, that turned like 2 encounter cards into, I don't even know how many. At least the Weapons Master activation didn't surge, but yeah, we still have 2 more to deal with here, so let's see what we can do. All right. And that's 1 more. So then we're going to reveal this one next. Hydra Soldier Guard. When defeated, deal a player an encounter card. Okay. And then we have Cut Off Guard, discard an upgrade or support you control. If, what is it? Oh, yeah. If you don't have any, it surges. And then we have Captured by Hydra, which comes in with 5 here. Okay. That was not a good turn for us at all. What do we do to kind of combat it is the question. Yeah, this is really bad looking very quickly. Okay, so Capture by Hydra is 5. Man, the main scheme's gonna go up by so much. So I think we need to do some thwarting for sure. But what type of thwarting do we do? Really rough looking hand. I'd love to have enough to play Spider-Man here, but I decided to play Coulson instead. Spider-Man could have gotten us an ally and really swung the tempo back in our favor. But we're just gonna have to see if we play this down, we draw a card, we can play counterintelligence. I guess we had to just go for a tempo play. Oh man, that's really rough. Get a double, it doesn't really change much. Okay, I think we just need to thwart out this acceleration icon here, so we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of Killer for Hire. It came in with 4, and that's gonna be a thwart of 2 and then thwart of 2. Do we stay up is the question. I think no, we probably want to take advantage of the extra card. And so maybe we can possibly play Spider-Man next turn. So we're going to flip down here. I just don't think we have any way we can play the mansion at this point. So we're just going to spend it here for acrobatics. So we're going to trigger our once per phase. When you play a preparation card, we can draw Dance of Death. Yeah, that doesn't really help us much here. We're going to spend these 2 resources here to play down counterintelligence. We don't get another draw off that. I think we have to keep Spider-Man in hand here and just ready up and see what we can do here. Yeah, that's all it looks like for now. So, okay, let's ready up. We have one card in hand. We're gonna drop 5 more. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So hopefully we can live this. Skilled Investigator. Okay, we have a really good hand for some thwarting here, but let's see if it works out. So it's going to go up by 2 because of the acceleration icon. Oh, wait, we were supposed to randomly pick one of these minions here when it came in. So let's just go ahead and roll a dice. Let me see if I have a dice set. Yeah, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Reroll. That's 6. Okay. 2. So whichever the second one is right here. I don't know because I'm pretty sure I shuffled them up. So this is going to go underneath captured by Hydra. All right. Okay, back to the villain phase. Since we're not in hero form, we don't have to trigger the forced response. So then Taskmaster is going to go ahead and scheme against us. So we're going to go, he's going to scheme for a base of 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to trigger counterintelligence. When any amount of threat would be placed on a main scheme, prevent 3 of that. So he schemed for 5. We prevented 2, so then it's only schemed for 2. So then it's that. It's up to 7, 5 to 7. Then this minion's going to scheme for 1, for 8. And then we get an encounter card. Taskmaster's Sword. His attacks gain piercing. Exhaust your hero and spend these resources. Okay. All things considered, that's not a bad encounter card. All right. It looks like we might be able to swing this game back in our favor here. It just depends. Do I need my basic activation? I probably want to heal, right? But let me actually plan this out. Okay. Man, if we play the Skilled Investigator, we have to play all of these cards to play Spider-Man, Skilled Investigator. I think we just have to. We don't have a lot of choice. We're going to recover for 3 here, up to 8. We're going to flip up. Hopefully, it's a low boost icon. We're going to trigger his forced response. Take 1 damage. That's not too bad. We're at 7 health. Then we're going to go and spend these, these 5 resources here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and play Spider-Man. So he's going to come in, and after you play him from your hand, remove 3 threat from a side scheme. So this is going to drop down to 2. And then... Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, cool. We're going to play Skilled Investigator for 0 after a side scheme is defeated. It's exhausted to draw a card. We're going to go ahead and thwart 2 off of captured by Hydra here. When it's defeated, the player who defeated the scheme puts the ally into their hand. And now hero response after a side team is defeated, exhausted to draw a card here. Okay. We have Covert Ops, which is really good. So we'll probably just keep that. He's going to take a consequential here. I think we need Agent Coulson for a block as much as I want to thwart for him. But Taskmaster's got a bit of, he's got a bit of attack on him right now. This one only has guard. After you play Moon Knight from your hand, spend a wild resource and draw 2 cards. I think we just need him on the board for tempo. So I'm just going to go ahead and play him for 0. It's Moon Knight who came in. And then we're just going to go ahead and thwart off of the main here, bringing that down to just 6. And okay, he's going to take a consequential. That's it. It is back to Taskmaster here. Not too bad, all things considered. Our board is looking pretty solid here. Okay, so this is going to go ahead and go up by 1 again. It's going to go up to 7. Now is a force response. Do we want to place 1 threat here, take a damage? I think we'll take a damage. Yeah, we'll go to 6. Then he's going to attack us for a base of 3. We're going to block with Agent Coulson here. Or 5. Yeah, Agent Coulson's defeated. I forgot to drop my hand too, so that should be 4 more cards. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Then this guy's gonna attack us for 2. I think we just have to do we defend here? No, I think we just have to take this damage. So we'll go down to 4, and then we have an encounter card to reveal. Hydra Mercenary with guard. Okay, that is from the Black Widow Nemesis set, and that is a blessing of an encounter card because that does almost nothing. Okay, what can we do? I would love to be able to flip down here. But I really want to play Safe House too. This is tough. Man, like not having the economy is really hurting us here, but I think that's fine. I think we just have to covert ops, keep the safe house, and then maybe we start rolling with our preparations next turn. So yeah, that's what it looks like we have to do, because I'd rather keep the safe house. But then we'd be able to grab 2. No, I think this is the plan we have to do. So I think we need Moon Knight for a block, but we're gonna have him thwart anyways. Bring this down to 5. And then we need to recover with Black Widow as well. So I think we'll just have Spider-Man swing for 2 on the Hydra Soldier here, just because the numbers line up better than if I was gonna have him swing on the Mercenary. So that'll go to 2. Yeah, we have to recover, so we're just gonna flip down, making sure Covert Ops is an action, so that's really good. We're just gonna go down and recover here for 3, bringing us up to 7. The Confuse should keep us somewhat safe here, so I don't feel too bad about doing this. We're gonna spend 3 resources here. We're gonna use, it's an action, not a hero action, Thwart. We're gonna remove 4 threat from a scheme and confuse the villain. This goes here. It's gonna go down to 1. Taskmaster will be getting confused here, which is really good for us because it's a little breathing room. And oh yeah, Moon Knight should be at 2 damage here, and I think that's that. We're gonna go ahead and ready up and draw up 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, we have a lot of prep cards here. Okay, let's see what we can do. So this is gonna go up to 2. Since we're not in hero form, the force response isn't gonna go off. He's going to try and scheme against us. He can't because he's confused. This guy's going to scheme for 0. This guy's going to scheme for 1. And then he has an encounter card here. Photographic Reflexes. When a player attacks Taskmaster, prevent all damage that would be dealt to Taskmaster and deal an equal amount of damage to that player's identity. Then discard Photographic Reflexes. So he gets another attachment here. We're probably going to have to ping him with an ally. But that's, again, it's something to worry about when we're actually pushing for the game. And that's back to us. So what I think we're going to start with, we're going to play Safe House for sure. So we're going to go ahead and discard Attack Robotics. Let's go ahead and play Safe House. So we have an Alter Ego action. I haven't been using Ready or Exhaust tokens, which I usually do. A bit odd for me. So we're going to exhaust this. We're going to choose a prep card in our discard pile and add it to our hand here. What are we looking for? That's a tech upgrade. Is it Grappling Hook? I think Grappling Hook might be good because we can spend that double in our hand effectively. Widow's Bite could have been decent too. Oh wait, where the heck is Widow's Bite? Did I put it in the enemy discard pile? No, it's right here. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and play the Grappling Hook here for the double. So when you reveal a Treachery card, discard Grappling Hook, cancel the effects of it, and discard it. We're going to trigger our mission prep here to draw a card. We got Black Widow's Gauntlet, which is pretty good here. We can get some encounter card retries, it looks like. We can't do clear the area, but I think we're okay with that. So I want to try and line up. I'm trying to find a good area to line up, I guess, my prep cards. So we'll try and put them over here. Let's spend 1 resource, Spycraft, here to go ahead and play Black Widow's Gauntlets. We can exhaust to generate a wild resource for a preparation card, which is really good. It's a resource generator for the stuff that she wants to do. So I like that a lot. And then we're going to go ahead and exhaust it to play Spycraft down. You can only do it if you control a spy character. Good thing she's a spy on this side. She's a spy on both sides, so it didn't really matter. So when you reveal an encounter card, discard Spycraft, cancel the effect of that card, and then reveal another one, which would be pretty good for us. We're going to go ahead and recover by 3 here to go up to our max of 9, and then we're going to flip up. Or do we stay down? No, we're going to flip up for sure. Going to discard an encounter card. Just 1 damage here brings us down to 8. And then we have a Spider-Man activation. We'll just go ahead and knock out the guard minion. When defeated, we have to deal ourselves an encounter card, but I think we should be okay with that. Do I clear the area? Oh, why not? I'll keep it in hand. So we'll draw 4 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our new hand here. Okay, we're going to have a block from Moon Knight, so hopefully this should be good. We have a couple of preparations on board that might help us clear everything out. Oh, he should be at 3 damage, right? Yes, because he just attacked. He thwarted and then attacked twice. Okay, that is back to Taskmaster. We need to make sure to clear both of these allies. Wait, how many cards am I drawing next turn? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I keep a card in hand, I won't deck out, but we should use these guys for blocks if we need to. It's going to go ahead and go up to 4. What's going to happen is we can put a threat on it, or we can take a damage. I think I'd rather just take... no, let's put a threat on it. We might play a covert ops this turn. Okay, and then he's going to go ahead and attack us. We're going to block with Moon Knight. So that's a base of 3, 4, 5 damage here. Moon Knight is defeated. Yeah. When a boost icon is turn face up, discard attack acrobatics, cancel the boost icons on that card, and deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled this way. So we're not going to do that just yet, I don't think. But yeah, we did block that attack, so now we have 2 encounter cards to deal with. The first one, Hydra Soldier. I hate when I go into another one of these, man. It's so annoying. And then Exhaustion surges and exhausts our identity. I really... Hydra Soldier into another Hydra Soldier is just the worst feeling in the world. Insight 1, each player in hero form takes 1 damage and discards 1 card from their hand. So it's going to go up to 6. Yeah, there's no damage on the board. Wait. Okay, I didn't even surge. I just remembered that I have treachery cancels here. I think we'll just cancel the exhaustion. Not trying to cheat here, but I totally forgot I was on the table. I guess I can cancel the other one. Yeah, but when I reveal treachery, I would have canceled. I forgot this is on the table. When you reveal treachery, discard grappling hook, cancels the effect because yeah, it surges into another card. So we're definitely not doing that. I didn't look at the next card, so it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, when you reveal treachery, discard grappling hook, cancel the effects of that treachery and discard it. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna trigger her response after you trigger the ability of a prep card. Let's deal 1 damage to this mercenary, I guess. And then so that's going to cancel that. And now we have another one, which is, yeah, Insight 1. I think I did that. It's up to 6. And we took a damage. And no, we didn't take a damage. So we should be at 7. And because we took 1 when we flipped up. And now we're going to shuffle up our hand and discard 1 at random. Let's get a dice here. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left to right. 2, whatever this is. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. That's back to us. Okay, what can we do here? Man. We can play a Widow's Bite and Quake, I guess. It's not that bad. Because Quake, if we flip down, can deal 2 damage to the Hydra Soldier when he schemes. Okay, this is pretty tough here. So we're gonna want Black Widow thwart 2 off of the main down to 4. Yeah, I think we can't play any of our resource generators. We just have to fight Taskmaster's tempo. We're just gonna go ahead and spend our Widow's gauntlets here to play Widow's Bite. Just put a prep into play. We're gonna trigger a response here to draw a card. It's a grappling hook. I think we just play the Quake, but maybe we can keep the Quinn Carrier now. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and spend these 2 resources here to go ahead and play Quake. She has a response after a minion schemes. We can exhaust Quake to deal 2 damage to them. Do I get another card from Safe House? I don't think so right now. These are all hero responses, so I can't do anything in Alter Ego right now. I think we're going to have Spider-Man just thwart for 2 because I want him in the next deck pass, and he's going to get defeated from consequential damage. And then we're going to have Quake swing for 2 on this mercenary. Just go ahead and knock him out. And she's going to take a consequential here. And that's going to be it from us. So we're going to keep the Quinn Carrier in hand and draw up. We're going to get an encounter card here. 2, 3, 4, and then 1 more. We do have a stun from Mockingbird hopefully coming up. So again, we just the tempo of the encounter cards are so bad for us. Just these Hydra soldiers really present a lot of problems, in my opinion. Okay. Shuffling up. Let's look at our hand, and then that's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, I mean, Bucky does get a bit discounted here because we can play him for 1, and then maybe play a Mockingbird, and we drew an Avengers Mansion, of course. So I don't think we're playing any of those this game. Okay, so we're flipped down here. So this is going to go up by 1. We don't have to do the force response because we're not in hero form. Then what's going to happen is Taskmaster is going to scheme for a base of 2. That's really good for us. Only goes up to 5. This minion's going to scheme, so it's going to go up to 6. But then we're going to go and use Quake's ability after minion schemes, exhaust Quake to deal 2 damage to that minion. So she gets to attack him without taking consequential, which is really good. Oh, no. Messed it up. I decked out. This should be my encounter card. So then when he schemes for a base of 2, okay, well, that's crazy. They're right next to each other. Yeah, so I guess it didn't change too much. We do know that that is an advance, though, but there's nothing we can do about it. We get another encounter card. So the first one is advance. He's going to scheme for a base of 2, 3. It's going to go up to 9. Let's really hope it's not another activation here. One more. Hydra Hunter. It gains piercing and ranged. Okay. Yeah, we need some major scheming to be done here. What can we do? So I think first we're going to start off with Black Widow's Gauntlets. We're going to generate a resource for a prep card. We're going to go ahead and play down this 1-cost basic prep card. Control only if you have a spy character. Interrupt on the search keyword would be revealed. You can exhaust and discard it and draw 2 cards. And it's going to trigger her mission prep after you play a prep card to draw a card. Okay, we got a little thwarting in our hand. Okay, what can we do? Can we play Bucky and Mockingbird? I think the answer is yes. We just need a time when we're not getting a ton of encounter cards. That's all we need here. So let's see if we can make that happen. Bucky's gonna cost 1, so I think we spend the synth suit and then 3 for Mockingbird. Yeah, that's gonna be our best play. Do I need my activation? Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to deal with my dog barking outside. You probably heard him getting restless. So we're back here. We have the same exact hand. So I think our play is going to be playing the Winter Soldier for 1 and Mockingbird for 3. Again, we still have no sort of actual, what's it called? We have no resource generators we're going to be able to use, but you can't do anything when all these threats are staying on the board. Now I need to think about, do I actually need my Black Widow activation? So let me think about this. If we heal for 2, that should be okay. Does it make a difference? We can have her swing for 2 here and then have just clear all the damage on the board. I think we do need her activation. So, oh wait, I already flipped up. I don't think I took the damage though. But yes, I did want to flip up. So we'll just go ahead and mill the top card. 0 damage. That's really lucky for us. And then we're just going to keep playing here. Okay, so Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, is really cool because he has an ability that says reduce the cost to play Winter Soldier by 1 for each prep card you control. We have 3 in play right now. So we only cost 1. We're going to go ahead and spend the synth suit here to go ahead and play the Winter Soldier down for 1. And then we're going to spend these 3 resources here to go ahead and play down Mockingbird. It's a bit cramped over in this area. Let me see if we can get some more space for some stuff here. Okay, there we go. All right, now we have 4 prep cards. Wait, we could have kept a card in hand. I didn't realize Acrobatics was in play. Then out of all of these cards, which one would I rather keep? I guess Twin Carrier is the most realistic for us to play, so I'll keep that one. Okay, so now we're going to use Black Widow. Go ahead and swing 2 on the Hydra Soldier. It's going to go ahead and knock him out. You know, both of the advances are gone, so we're relatively safe here. We're going to get a phase down encounter card for knocking him out. I think there's no Hydra Soldiers left, so we can't get like a double whatever here, which is pretty good. We're going to have Mockingbird and Winter Soldier swing for 3 into the Hydra Hunter to just go ahead and knock him out. They're both going to take a consequential here. And that should be that. We're going to keep this 1 card in hand and then draw up 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Spider-Man. Oh, it's really good with this hand if we get hunted by Hydra. Let's hope for it. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So all these guys have 1 consequential. This is going to go up to 10. It's really scary here. Pops at 12. We have a choice to put 1 threat or take a damage. I think at this point we do have to take this damage down to 6. And then he's going to attack us for a base of 3. We're going to block with Quake here. So that's 3, 4, 5. Captured by Hydra. No, we want it to be revealed during our encounter step. But let's see. So we get 1 more encounter card here for 2. Hopefully we stop this train of doubles. Oh, that's so good for us. So we have 5 coming in here. Captured by Hydra. Just really, really good here. So we put a random set aside captive allies. So let's go ahead and shuffle these up real quick. And we're going to roll a dice. 1 and 2. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and get rolling. That's 5. So it'd be the third one here is going to go underneath. We're going to go like this. Okay. And then what's going to happen next is we get this second encounter card, Gang Up. When revealed, the villain and each minion engaged attacks you. So Taskmaster is going to attack us again. We don't have the health to take that. So oh my goodness, I messed this whole turn up. He was supposed to be stunned when I played Mockingbird. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. Okay, let's try and redo it. It's not too bad yet. He was supposed to be stunned on the first attack. So I wouldn't have had to have blocked with Quake. Let's put her back. She had 1. Let's redo it. So it should have been like this. It doesn't really change anything. I'm not going to cancel. Yeah, that's pretty bad mess up here on my part. But where are the other allies? Where did I put them? This is the one that was picked out. These are the other 2 allies. Okay, let's run it back. So we KO'd the Hydra Hunter. This was our face down encounter card from the boost card, right? So that one, it was okay. Then Captured by Hydra was at the top, and then Gang Up was underneath it. So this is how it would have worked instead. So it would have been, this comes in, he would have tried to attack us. We took the damage, right? We're down to 6. This went up to 10. He would have tried to attack us. He would have been stunned. Then what would have happened is we would have gone into the encounter phase, and it would have revealed double Captured by Hydras, okay? So 2 Captured by Hydras is scary. I'm almost positive I did that right. If I messed it up, that is my bad. Obviously not trying to mess things up on purpose when I play, but sometimes it happens that way. So we know that this one for sure was underneath that one. And then this is 1, 2, 3, and this is 4, 5, 6. So let's see where it rolls. 3, okay, so this one goes underneath this one. And okay, that was our encounter cards. And this is the last ally we have left. Okay. Back to us. So we have a lot of allies left on the board here. Yeah, we need to get some thwarting in. So we're just going to go ahead and do thwart for 2. This is 4, 5, and Quake's going to be defeated. We're going to go ahead and remove this Captured by Hydra. And then we're going to get an ally here. Quake is defeated. Let's see what this ally is. Electra. After you play Electra from your hand, spend a punch resource, deal 3 damage to an enemy. We're not going to do that just yet. Then what we're going to do is Mockingbird. I think we're going to play over Mockingbird here. I'm not actually sure. We want to play Spider-Man, or maybe we save Spider-Man. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. Oh, that's really rough. That's a rough decision to have to make here. Oh wait, and also we get Skilled Investigator to draw after we defeat that. We got another Counterintelligence. We know there's no advances left. We know we're not flipping down this turn. What do we do here? We have a lot of cards in our hand. This is tough. Oh gosh. We definitely can't flip down with the scheme like that. I think we have to play Spider-Man regardless here. So let's go ahead and spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources. Go ahead and play Spider-Man. He's going to come in. His response, after you play him from your hand, remove 3 threat from a side scheme. So you can go ahead and go down to 2. I think we have to have Mockingbird go ahead and thwart for 1 off of the main here, which means this is going to go to 2. Just because I know there's a couple insights he has in the deck. It's going to go to 9. And then we're going to have Spider-Man thwart for 2 off of Captured by Hydra. We just can't leave it around with the acceleration icon. We get another ally in our hand. Shang-Chi. After you play Shang-Chi, you can spin a lightning bolt and stun an enemy. That's really good. Do we get rid of not playing Elektra here just so we can stun him and keep our allies around for more activations? I think so. So I think what we're going to do instead now, we're going to play over Mockingbird with Shang-Chi. So we're just going to defeat Mockingbird ourselves. Shang-Chi, he's going to come in a response after you play him. I can spend a lightning bolt resource from my hand. This is a wild, so this will count. We're going to stun an enemy here. So we're going to go ahead and stun Taskmaster so he doesn't activate against us. We'll keep the Quinn Carrier in hand, and I think we'll just have Shang-Chi go ahead and thwart for 2. That's going to bring this down to 7. Okay, that was a really productive turn for us. And then let's just go ahead and ready up here. I'm not sure if Winter Soldier should have another consequential on him or not. I'm trying to think of what I used him for. I used him to thwart this turn. Then last turn, it was the Mockingbird turn, so he only had a chance to activate. Yes, so he should be at 2. Okay, we're going to ready everything up here. Keep the Quinn Carrier in hand and draw up 4 more cards. 2, 3, and 4. Clear the area, Covert Ops, Quinn Carrier. Okay, these are some good cards for sure. This is going to go ahead and go up to 8. Then what's going to happen is we have to choose either put a threat or take a damage. We're going to take a damage, go down to 5. He's going to try and activate it against us. He cannot. He is stunned. 1 encounter card here. Gang up. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. Oh, Shang-Chi should have a consequential on him. I think that's okay if he attacks us. I'm trying to think here. I think it is okay. We just block with Winter Soldier, I guess. Yeah, let's block with the Winter Soldier. So we'll block this. It's a base of 3, 4 damage. Winter Soldier is defeated just because I didn't remember his consequential anyways. That'll leave us with 2 allies here, and it is back to us. Okay, so we want to do some big thwarting for sure. Not having any resource generators is really hurting us here, but I think we'll be able to finally flip down this turn and heal up and start, maybe turning the game around for good now. So we're going to go ahead and spend these 3 resources here. We're going to play a Covert Ops. We're going to remove 4 threat from a scheme and confuse the villain. So this is going to go down to 4, and he's going to get confused here, which gives us a chance to flip down, get some prep cards from our discard pile and whatnot, and just do a lot of really good things. So it's going to go down there. Then what we're going to do is, I think we'll just completely thwart it off here. It's going to take 2 consequential. It's going to go down to 0. We're going to flip down here, and we're going to recover by 3 to bring us up to 8. I think, yeah, we are really ready to start pushing some damage. Do we want to use Safe House? Do we have any 1 cost? Do you have any 1 costs in here that are good for us? No, I don't think so. None of these preps are crazy. I mean, what's it called? Grappling Hook is really good, actually. If we just want to completely give up on the Quinn Carrier, I think we will. We'll go ahead and spend a Safe House. We'll grab a prep card. We'll grab Grappling Hook, and then we'll use Widow's Gauntlet and Quinn Carrier to play it down. So we do have a Treachery cancel when we flip back up, and that's going to be it for us. And draw back up to 6. 5 and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Nick Fury. I mean, with 2 doubles, Dance of Death, Jessica Jones. Okay, I think we're good to go here. All right, let's go back to Taskmaster here. This is going to go up by 1. Since we're not in hero form, we don't have to trigger it. The Confused, he's going to try and scheme against us, but he's confused. And 1 encounter card. Captured by High. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're getting every single ally this game. There's only 1 ally left. That's crazy. We're saving every single ally in this game, it looks like. Okay, and that's back to us. So we definitely want to get some. I don't think. Oh, I didn't draw. I guess it was a response to draw when I play a prep card. I just chose not to, so we'll just go like that. Okay. There's no prep cards for us to get any extra economy, right? Because I think all of the ones we have are on the board. Oh no, we have counterintelligence here. Yeah, so we can get some extra economy. Let's go ahead and add a counterintelligence to hand. I don't know if it's gonna matter, but let's just add it to our hand. Okay. All right. What do we want to do? Definitely playing Nick Fury. I don't think we need to heal for once. We might be able to get rid of his sword too and play Dance of Death. We'll see what we're doing. So we're going to flip up here, right? Yes, we're going to flip up. It's going to trigger his forced response. We're going to take 2 damage here, bring us down to 6. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to spend these 4 resources here to go ahead and play a Nick Fury. We're going to use his ability to draw us 3 cards. So that's 1, Moon Knight, 2, Grappling Hook, 3, Helicarrier. Helicarrier is good for sure. Do I have what I want to be able to play? I want to play Dance of Death. I think I can do everything I want if I have these guys thwart out the main here. Or sorry, thwart out captured by Hydra because I get a draw off of Skilled Investigator. So I think I'm going to have Nick Fury. Going to thwart 2. Yeah, we're just going to have them all thwart 4 and then 6. Chang-Chi's going to be defeated by Consequential. So what's going to happen now is that we clear this. We're going to get this last ally, which should be White Tiger, right? Yeah, we can remove 3 threat from a scheme. Okay, and then now what we want to do is let me see. Let's see if we can kind of show our prep cards here a bit. What do we want to do now? Oh, we got so many cards in our hand. We have a block. Oh, this should be at 3 for sure. We have a block from Nick Fury. We want to play Dance of Death. I like Helicarrier here. I just don't know if it's even worth playing. Do these 3 for... Do these 3 for Helicarrier. Finally getting some value engine down a little bit near the kind of, I think we're getting to the end of the game here. I don't think we need thwarting actually for once. So we're going to spend the Helicarrier here. And oh wait, we didn't trigger our draw off of Skilled Investigator. So that would give us another resource in our hand. At least I don't think we did. I'm trying to think here. How many cards did we have? Man, I don't remember. I don't think it's going to make a gigantic difference, you know, because I can't remember. We're just gonna leave it. Yeah, we'll just spend the cards in our hand. So we're gonna use Helicarrier and these 2 resources here to reduce the cost for Dance of Death. So we're gonna make the following attacks, 3 attacks in order: deal 1 damage, deal 2 damage, deal 3 damage. So we're gonna go ahead and deal 1 Taskmaster. That's gonna trigger his card Photographic Reflexes. I don't know if it's gonna actually focus on it. Yep. When a player attacks Taskmaster, prevent all the damage that would be dealt to Taskmaster and deal it an equal amount to that player's identity instead, then discard it. So from what I'm understanding, it makes 3 attacks. So it said when a player would attack Taskmasters, they're all separate attacks. So for the first one, when I'm dealing 1 damage, it's going to trigger, it's going to prevent all of that damage and deal it to the player identity instead. I'm going to go down to 5, but then we still have 2 attacks left. So we have deal 2 and then deal 3 damage. So we're going to deal 2, it's going to bring him down to 9. And then we're going to deal 3 damage, 1, 2, 3, which is going to bring him down to 6 health. So the Dance of Death got a lot of value there. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to play Moon Knight for 0. I just like it as a value play. I'm not going to worry about drawing 2 cards. Just going to swing at him for 2. So he's going to take a Consequential, and Taskmaster's at 4 health. And okay, we're looking really good now. So let's see if we can close out this game strong. All right. We got 5 cards in our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, got Covert Ops. We got our Gauntlets. I mean, Agent Coulson. These are really good cards. So let's go ahead and see what he's got. So it's going to go up by 1, and we're going to put another threat on it because we don't want to take any more damage. He's going to attack us for a base of 3. We're going to have Nick Fury block this. 3. If you're in hero form, take 1 damage. So we're going to take, go down to 4. Okay, and then we're going to get an encounter card here. Taskmaster's shield, he gains retaliate 1. Exhaust your hero to spend these 2 resources to get rid of it. So the retaliate is quite annoying here. I think we're going to have to get rid of that, which is a bit unfortunate. It's going to slow us down a little, but I think we'll be cool. Okay, what do I want to do? Let's go ahead and do... I think we want to play Agent Coulson almost every time, but we need a science and a punch resource. So this will be our punch. I don't think we're playing covert ops this turn, so this will be our science. Yeah, we'll do Agent Coulson, and then we'll just put another Widow's Bite in play. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll do a helicarrier and these 2 resources for Agent Coulson. He's going to come in. We're going to use his ability to search our deck and discard for a prep card and add it to our hand. We'll add Widow's Bite. We'll spend Widow's Gauntlet to put another one down. Man, this is a really messy board here, but it is working out. I mean, Black Widow, she's doing good stuff this game. Then we're going to go ahead and get rid of his shield here by discarding these 2 cards as a punch and a science and exhausting our hero. And we're going to get rid of his shield because retaliate's really bad when we have all these allies out on the board. And then we're just going to have Agent Coulson. We're going to do a little, do a little thwarting here. We'll get this down to 1. And then he's going to take a consequential damage. And then we're going to have Moon Knight swing for 2 onto him. It's gonna take a consequential as well. Yes, it's gonna go down to 2. And do I want Spider-Man in my next deck shuffle? I don't think it matters. So we're just gonna ready up here. We probably want to start using some of these kind of preps we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get a face down encounter card, and we're gonna shuffle up. We have 4 cards, and then we need 1 more. For 5. 5. Clear the area. Okay. Couple cards in hand. Dance of Death will be good. Let's hopefully we can knock him into the next phase here. All right, so this is gonna go up by 1. And then since we're in hero form, we're gonna put 1 more on it. And now we're gonna get attacked by Taskmaster. Let's go ahead and block with Spider-Man for base of 3, 4, 5. So I think I want to actually knock him into his next stage here. So I think I will trigger. I think I will trigger one of these. I think it's Acrobatics. So yeah, we'll do this one, I think. So it says when a boost card is turned face up, this is a boost card, we're going to cancel the boost icons on the card, deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon. So we're going to trigger this. We're going to deal 2 damage to Taskmaster here. It's going to knock him into phase 3. It's going to bring him to 0. He's going to go into phase 3, and he has a 1 revealed, deal each player an encounter card. So when he comes in with 17 hit points. So we have 3 encounter cards to deal with, but hopefully we have a treachery cancel, so we should be okay. But then we also can trigger our response. After we trigger the ability of our preparation card, we can deal 1 to an enemy. So we'll do 1 more back to him. He's at 16 here. And now we just have some encounter cards to deal with, 3. So let's see what he's got for us. First one is Photographic Reflexes. When a player attacks Taskmaster, yeah, it's the one that stops all the damage. Assault, the villain is gonna attack. I don't actually care about this, I think. Spider-Man should be defeated here. I think I'll just have Moon Knight block this. So that's another encounter card. So that's 4 damage here. Moon Knight's defeated. Sorry, 5 because of the +1. It's gonna shuffle up. He's gonna get an acceleration icon. So Advance is back on the table now. We've gone through the entire deck. So we do need to start making this push here. And then we just need, what's it called? This last encounter card. And we can, if it's a treachery, we can cancel it. So let's see. All right, yeah, so go here. Why not? We're gonna see this last one. It is a combat knife. His attacks gain piercing. He just gets +1. So he has double piercing here. So he's at 5 attack right now. All right, that's back to us. I never readied these up. Okay, well, we have 5 treasuries on the table. Sorry, 5 preps on the table. I think we're just gonna get dealing damage here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I think we're gonna do clear the area would be cool, but I don't think it accomplishes much. So we're just gonna do a dance of death, attack acrobatic. Yeah, dance of death for sure. We're gonna spend these 3 resources here. Play a dance of death. The same thing's gonna happen with the photographic reflexes. We're making 3 separate attacks. So we're gonna deal 1 damage to him. It's gonna trigger the photographic reflexes when a player attacks Taskmaster, prevent all damage that would be dealt, and deal an equal amount to that player's identity instead. So what's gonna happen is we are just going to take 1 damage instead of him. So we're going on 3 here. Then we're gonna deal the next 2 attacks, which is deal 2 damage and then deal 3 damage. So that's 2 here, bring him down to 14, and then 3 brings him down to 11. And that's gonna resolve Dance of Death. Then what we need is actually maybe we do get a flip down here. That's really risky, but no, that's like so risky if he hits in advance. I'd rather just stay up and deal some damage to him in hero mode, probably. But he'd have to scheme so much to pop it if I just thwart with Coulson here. I think we will flip. Nah, it just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. But we can play 2 of these cards. So we're gonna use a helicarrier here for clear the area. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll just take 2 off of a scheme. We didn't get it to 0, so we don't get to draw off of it. We'll spend our gauntlet here to play attack acrobatics down so we can deal some damage back to him. And we're just going to deal 3 damage to Taskmaster here. 1, 2, 3. That's bringing him down to 8. And it is back to him. Just going to ready everything up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in our hand. Maybe we find another Dance of Death or something. White Tiger. Honestly, this isn't a good hand for pushing for game, but maybe something changes. All right, it's going to go up by 2 now. Then, since we're in hero form, we have to choose either take a damage or put a threat. Let's put a threat on it. He's going to attack us. We're going to block with Agent Coulson with a base of 5, 6 damage. And then we have an encounter card to deal with. Weapons Master. The villain schemes, if they have a weapon attachment, this card gains Surge. Sorry, they attack me, and if it has a weapon attachment, it surges. We're definitely going to grappling hook that. When you reveal treachery, discard grappling hook, cancels the effects, and discard it. Yep, so we're just going to cancel that completely. We're going to use our response here to deal 1 damage to Taskmaster, and that's back to us. Okay. I wonder if we play the Avengers Mansion. It's like so not worth it, right? I think we'd rather just use it as a resource. So I'll go ahead and play down White Tiger here, and I'll use her ability after you play for her hand. I'll spend a science resource and remove 3 threat from a scheme. So that's pretty good for us. We do counter intelligence, or no, we just do a grappling hook again, right? Yeah. We'll just, I think, can we play them both? Oh, we can. Oh, we don't even have to choose. So we're going to spend a strength here for a grappling hook. Then we're going to use our Widow's Gauntlet and Helicarrier for counter intelligence. So many preparations on the board. We are so prepared right now. We're just going to deal 2, 3 damage to Taskmaster here. Bring him down to 4. And that's back to him. We're going to do a consequential. We're kind of doing a death by 1,000 cuts here. Natasha, her high damage, 3-4, is not one of her strong suits. Let's see. We grab a Dance of Death. No, we did not. But Electra should easily be able to get us across that finish line. This is going to go up by 2 up to 3. We're going to add another threat onto it up to 4 because of being in hero form. Then what we're going to do is he's going to attack us. So I think we just block with White Tiger here. So that's base of 5, 6, 7. White Tiger is gone. And I don't think there's any way we can lose because it's just 1 encounter card, and we have a treachery cancel. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and attack us here. When revealed hero, the villain attacks you. We're going to go and spend the grappling hook again. Hero interrupt. When you reveal treachery, discard grappling hook, cancel the effects and discard it. That is a treachery. We're going to cancel it. We're going to use our response to deal 1 damage to Taskmaster here, and that should be the end of the game. So we can do this a couple of different ways. It's not like it's crazy or anything like that. We'll just play down Electra here. When you play her from your hand, I'll send a punch resource. I'll use the gauntlet, I guess. It doesn't really matter. And then we can deal 3 damage to an enemy. So that's already going to knock Taskmaster out in his stage 3. But we can also continue from there. I mean, we could do a covert ops, right? Helicarrier and these 2 for a covert ops. We're going to thwart for 4. And then confuse him. So he's already defeated, but we're just seeing how much further we can go. And then we do 5 more damage. So 5 overkill. And yeah, that is Taskmaster. That is him defeated on expert mode for Marvel Rewind. That was a ton of fun. I don't get a lot of chance to play Black Widow, but I love how she can keep control of the board and things such as that. And let's get down to the deck list. Okay, so here we are with the deck list for today's episode of Marvel Rewind. Now, Black Widow was a lot of fun revisiting her again, and I could definitely see myself revisiting her in the future again, especially with the new preparations coming with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's a bit slower tempo, right? But once she gets all her preparations on the table, there's almost nothing the villain can do, and it's kind of like the death by 1,000 cuts, where eventually you will get the win because you're just canceling or like dealing damage, or anything the villain tries to do, you just essentially counter it. And I think that's a really cool design space that not a lot of heroes actually operate in. So we have our 15 identity specific cards here. I mean, I'm really a big fan of Grappling Hook, just canceling treacheries. Those are usually the nastiest cards in the game. But we also have stuff like Winter Soldier, which just combos extremely well. Combos extremely well with all of her preparations being out on the table, and I feel like it could be like a really annoying recursion deck if you played her in leadership with Make the Call. Speaking of the aspect we chose, I decided to go Justice today because at this point in the game, and even nowadays because there's not a ton more preparation cards in the game, it really just made the most sense to play her in Justice because of all of these Justice specific preparation cards she gets access to, and it really like kind of bumps her kind of what she wants to do, dealing, using prep cards, dealing prep cards, drawing cards off of them, and things like that. I was thinking of some other aspects to play her in, but I'm like, it just makes the most sense. It's what she came with, and it made for a good playing experience. Other than like that first turn, which was like Under Fire in the Shadow of the Past, that was pretty nasty, but we did manage. Looking at the rest of her deck list here, we have the triple double, the basic double resources, and the 2 Justice doubles. Like I said, this is just gonna be standard for basically every deck in the series. We're on triple Clear the Area here. It's just really good, especially with kind of Hydra Patrol starting off. If we didn't have any thwart or we didn't want to use our basic activation, you remove 2 threat from a scheme. If you remove the last threat, you draw a card. It's just really solid there. We're looking at our support here for our basic supports. We have Helicarrier, Avengers Mansion, and Quinn Carrier. We didn't get to play any of these throughout the entire game besides the Helicarrier. It just didn't really work out. She really was starved for the tempo at the beginning of the game, and that's all right. She came with the Quinn Carrier, so now I think after Red Skull we'll have access to that card for the decks in the futures, but it's really strong. You generate a wild resource. I mean, it's just really good. Helicarrier, Avenger Mansion are self-explanatory. We're on the 2 basic allies from the core box. They're just really strong. Mockingbird gives us that stun, gave us a little bit of breathing room against Taskmaster, and then Nick Fury as well is just super crazy. If we're looking at our Justice ally lineups, we're basically playing every ally that's available to us besides Daredevil. I just didn't think he fit very well into this deck list. Quake was really good and got value against that Hydra Patrol guy, just dealing some 2 damage when he schemed. We have Jessica Jones, just a classic thwarting ally, good stat line. Agent Coulson is absolutely insane, and Spider-Man 2. So this was a tech card kind of for Taskmaster. They came up twice, just crazy. I didn't think he was going to be that successful. But yeah, so his response is after you play him from your hand, you remove 3 threat from a side scheme. Taskmaster has 4 copies of Captured by Hydra in his deck, and they come in with 5 schemes. So you play down Spider-Man, he gets rid of 3, goes down to 2, and you use him to thwart, and you get one of these 0-cost allies. Really strong combo, and it came up twice. So unlike last week, I really like when the combos I include actually work out. Agent Coulson is just really good because you search any preparation card. It doesn't have to be a Justice one. You can get any of her really good ones in here, like Grappling Hook or Widow's Bite, or you guys are probably screaming at me to use this treachery throughout the entire game, and I didn't really realize what it did until like halfway through. Acrobatics, when the boost cards turn face up, you discard it, cancel all of those icons and deal damage to the villain. So that can kind of let her live a bit longer and deal a lot of damage back to the villain. And I just wasn't using it. So that's on me. I didn't really realize how it worked. We're on one skilled investigator because I knew there were some side schemes in this. And then also we're looking at our specifically our preparations that we chose here. We're on one espionage. I had like a flex spot in the deck, and I'm like, you know what? I'd rather find another, option to search for Coulson, or to maybe trigger our response here, or to maybe trigger the response on our alter ego. Basically what it says is the interrupt, when a search keyword on an encounter card would be resolved, you can discard it to draw 2 cards. So basically, whenever a surge comes up, you kind of get a bit of a discount on like, oh, it's surging, but at least you get to draw 2 cards off of it, which is maybe gives you a bit more resources to deal with what the surge actually gave you. Spycraft is also really cool. When you reveal an encounter card, you can discard it. You cancel the effect and discard it. So that's any encounter cards, side schemes, minions, attachments, treacheries. Really flexible, really good. And then you reveal another one. So basically, it's like if there's just a really nasty card you don't want to deal with, you can just cancel it and get another one. Like imagine you get Shadow of the Past, you cancel it, and then he gets an attachment instead. It's just really good. Counterintelligence kind of lets us flip down here when any amount of threat would be placed on a main scheme. Discard counterintelligence and prevent 3 of that threat. And yeah, that was essentially Black Widow. I had a lot of fun, even though there was that kind of iffy scenario in the middle of the game where I had to take a couple of things back in terms of the villain phase because I just forgot a couple of things. I thought it was a really good showcase, and really showed the strength that Black Widow can have when she has all those preparations on the board. Ton of fun, and now let's go ahead and get to the villain ranking. Okay, so here we are back at the villain ranking. Now we're talking about Taskmaster today. Taskmaster is a pretty interesting story. I think Taskmaster is really a lot of fun to play as something I play as solo, or me and a couple other friends. I like that he gives you that encounter card on Expert at the very beginning, and then also when he flips into that third phase, he gives you another encounter card, which is just really, he fights back a little bit. I do like that he has those when revealed abilities and whatnot. And it's kind of hard to rate him. I say this about every hero, but you have to think of a lot of aspects with him. So with Taskmaster specifically, I find myself, a lot of the encounter cards is in his encounter deck. His recommended modular set, Hydra Patrol, and Weapons Master. None of those cards are really crazy except like the Weapons Master if he has a weapon on him that surges. I honestly don't think his encounter cards are really that bad. And the biggest one, why I think that, is Captured by Hydra. It's a 5-cost side scheme. As you saw, all 4 of them came into play that game, and I was able to handle them. And the reason why they're so bad is like, oh, it's 5 threat with an acceleration icon. But when you defeat that scheme, you get a 0-cost ally that is way overstated for what it does. These allies, they have enter play effects, or they have enter play effects where if you spend a resource, you get a really powerful ability like dealing 3 damage, thwarting for 3, stunning an enemy, drawing 2 cards. It's just crazy how much value they provide because they cost 0. So as soon as you clear it, you can put it on the board and for a huge tempo swing. In addition to that, they have like 3 health and just like really good stat lines like 2-2, 1-3, 3-1. They're just really crazy. So when you're fighting Taskmaster and he doesn't flip up those Captured by Hydra cards, I think it could be a really decent challenge and really difficult. I do think his gimmick, or like his mechanic where when you flip up he deals damage to you, is also really fun. It lets him mill through the encounter deck faster, and then his main scheme has 12 threat threshold, which means you can pretty safely flip down whenever you want to, but you always get punished when you flip back up. And in addition to that, when you're in hero form, he makes you choose either to take a damage or put a threat. So he does put some pressure on the board. It's not that he's ever going to swing the game wildly back in his favor in one turn, but he does have a bit of tempo to him that kind of gets thrown out the window as soon as a Captured by Hydra gets revealed, which is kind of my main point here. It's just really difficult to rate. If I had to think about him in comparison to like a Crossbones or like a Rhino, I think he's kind of in that area, but he's definitely more difficult to them. I'm trying to think about my experience with the Green Goblin and whether I think he's the same or, easier, harder, or anything like that. I always say either he's sitting between 2 tiers. I'm thinking between a B and a C. I think he can go bottom of B tier right now. I think you can have some really fun and challenging games against Taskmaster, especially if you flip up and he flips like a triple boost and you're a lower health hero. You go from 9 to 6, just feels really bad. If he gets 2 attack activations against you and you only have 1 ally, he can actually, KO you and, put you out. Put you out of the game. He can present with some tough choices whether to put the threat or the damage on your hero. So I don't think he's a pushover. I think you'll have a really fun but fair challenge with him. I don't think it's too out in the realm of like, oh, he's just like really strong. He's a villain where it's like, if I'm trying to chill out and relax with a night with a couple of buddies, I'll pull out a Taskmaster and play it. It's just really, he's really not too bad, all things considered. Green Goblin is kind of different in a way where he like reveals 2 encounter cards and then 3 when he goes from stage 2, and then in 3 you get 3 encounter cards. He's a bit different in that way, but Green Goblin's encounter cards are probably still on the whole a lot easier than Taskmaster. But I think the fact that he gives you more does bump him up a little bit higher in that difficulty. But at the end of the day, Taskmaster is a really fun challenge. He's a really formidable villain. He's not anything too hard or too weak. I think you'll have a lot of fun playing him, and yeah. So let me know what you guys thought about today's episode of Marvel Rewind. If you took on this challenge yourself, what hero did you use? And let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed the playthrough. We have another episode coming next week, the 4th hero in the box. Not looking forward to this one because I know this one's gonna take a couple attempts, I'd have to bet. Today was a 1 and done, which I was pretty lucky and excited for. But again, thanks so much for watching. Leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.